Samuel learned to surf before he could swim, and now he's the pastor of a church on the beach where he's reaching other surfers with the gospel. George Thomas traveled to the coastal city of Porto, Portugal, to bring us this firsthand look.
Talk to any avid surfer, and they'll tell you it's not just the waves. It's understanding the ocean's rhythm and learning to read patterns, the subtle movements of swells, timing of breaks, and how wind shapes the waves.
The water is the connection you have with nature. When you are surfing, you just connect with the water.
We grab our boards and when you ride in the wave, nothing really matters.
Growing up in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Samuel Cianelli dos Anjos is no stranger to the ocean and learned to surf before he could swim. Riding the waves became as much a part of his life as family and friends.
You enjoy the atmosphere. You enjoy the nature, the wind, the looks, the waves that bring you calm and peace. And even more special when I come with my kids, for example, and my young daughter, and we surf together, and she's just enjoying the water in her face.
Dos Anjos says this connection to water goes beyond the physical. It's also deeply spiritual for him.
When I'm surfing and I'm in the ocean and I see a wave, I can see God and I can relate to God when I'm in the ocean. And surfers, they think the same. Maybe they don't believe in God, they don't worship something, but they understand nature.
He says the unpredictable nature of the waves mirrors life's ebb and flow. Its highs and lows, challenges and moments of grace.
We can compare the Holy Spirit with a wave. You don't control, you see it, you feel it, and the only thing you can do is navigate through it or on it, in my case with surf. So that's my deepest time with God, is my connection, my devotional time with God.
Dos Anjos has always dreamed of merging his two loves, faith and surfing. So a few years ago, he left behind Brazil's sun-soaked beaches and moved 5,000 miles to Portugal's Atlantic coast. Famous for its cobblestone streets, historic architecture, and the aroma of fresh pastéis de nata, the city of Porto has become a popular tourist destination. What drew the pastor here, though, were the stunning coastlines and vibrant surf culture.
And today, when we talk about surfing, Portugal is getting very, very close to be one of the biggest countries in surf.
Dos Anjos started organizing informal gatherings on the beach. He began with simple barbecues and surf lessons, inviting anyone curious enough to join. Soon, the beach became his church.
That's my office. Everyday office if I could, of course, but as many chances as I have, I'm here.
Gradually, people of different nationalities and backgrounds came together, united by their love for the ocean and a thirst for deeper connections. Pastor Samuel moved his family from Brazil all the way here to Porto, Portugal, back in 2014. A year later, Surf Church was started with about 3 families. Today, almost 10 years later, some 13 nations are represented, and their goal is to build 50 churches across this country.
Church is not about a building, it's a relationship with God. So we want to plant 50 churches, not with a building, but with this mindset. You can be church everywhere. You can be church even in your house, in a small group, in a church in the house, you can be church.
Sunday services begin at the beach.
Sun or rain, cold or warmest day, every Sunday we are here. We serve together. We gather a group of people, sometimes more, sometimes less. So it's just a fellowship time, a time to connect again with each other and God.
One Sunday morning, church members witnessed Juliana Yarova get baptized in the Atlantic Ocean. As she emerged, laughter and cheers erupted from her new family, echoing her joy.
I'm really excited. I can explain my feelings, you know.
The Ukrainian teenager fled her war-torn country with her family and found refuge in Porto and in Surf Church. Also baptized, her brother Zakaria, and their mother Natalia was there to witness the special occasion.
I believe the best word to describe Surf Church today is a lighthouse. We are a safe place where people from all over the world can come and find community, find family, find faith in Jesus.
What started as a simple beach gathering here has grown into a beacon of hope, offering a belonging and purpose to people from all walks of life. In the end, Dos Anjos says it's moved way beyond surfing to include navigating life together with faith, love, and a shared commitment to something greater, all woven together by the simple act of riding waves and serving Jesus. George Thomas, CBN News, Porto, Portugal.
I love this. It shows the truth of the words of Jesus. Wherever two or more are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. It's been the story of the Christian church since the very beginning. You can go to Capernaum in Israel, and there you'll see St. Peter's house. And surrounding St. Peter's house, and next to it is a synagogue that Jesus spoke in. But around that humble dwelling, a church has been built that goes all the way back to the Byzantine times. And it showed that this is where early Christians would gather. After the resurrection, they would gather, and that's how Christianity started. It started in houses. It didn't start in big buildings and cathedrals. It started in people's homes. And wherever you are, if you've got two or more and you're gathered together in his name, well, you now have a church because Jesus is there.